Hello, this is Daniel, and today I will show you how to make a database backup in your AutoFlex Connect. First off, there are two different USBs in the AutoFlex Connect. One that I refer to as a Phason USB and one as the OS USB. I'll put a picture on the screen here showing you what those two both look like. The AutoFlex also ships with a USB that has the user manual on it. That USB has a very low capacity and it is not formatted correctly to be used to save database backups. So do not use the user manual USB for database backups. You will just be using the Phason USB. That's that silver Samsung branded one, the little one. That one, it is formatted correctly, and that is the USB that our database backups will be saved to. With that out of the way, I'm going to show you what creating and saving onto our computer a database backup looks like. So, first off, I have connected remotely into my unit here, and I have come into Diagnostics, so that's just going to the administration menu and then Diagnostics, and then we can manually trigger a database backup here. So yes, I want to back up my database, and so now it will begin backing it up. Alright, so once that is done, what I'm going to do is I am going to hit this eject USB icon, and what that will do is it will make it safe for me to remove that Phason USB that we have saved our database backup to. It'll make it safe to remove that USB from our AutoFlex Connect while it is still powered on and running. If you just pull it out while it's running without ejecting it, you might damage that USB. So very important, we'll hit eject USB. Yes, we do want to eject it. All right, so now it is safe to remove the USB stick. After the USB stick has been reinserted, press OK to continue. So I'm going to go physically to my unit and pull out that USB. All right, so I'm just going to insert the USB into my computer here, and then let's go ahead. I will bring up the window here. So here we can see this is the Phason USB. We can see it's named Phason, which is why I call it that. And we've got our different folders and files here. If we go into backups, we can see the list of all the backups that we have. I believe it is, 15 items selected, which makes sense. It will save up to 14 backups, but we created a custom one or a manual one today. So tomorrow, when it goes through its morning reboot and cleans things up, then it will knock off the oldest database backup, so then we'll be back down to 14 files. So because of that, what I recommend is once you've got your unit set up, it's running, it's got the settings that you want, I recommend that you create a backup and then you just copy it. We could just copy this and copy it, onto your computer or onto a USB thumbstick or, a different one or something so that you have a clean version of your control that is saved. That way, if there is some sort of issue, something that causes you to need to factory default your AutoFlex, you have that backup saved so that you can very quickly restore it to your working settings and programming. Also good to have it saved on some other, computer or USB thumb drive, just because sometimes thumb drives die. So if the one that shipped with the AutoFlex does die sometime in the future, it's good to have a backup file saved somewhere else. So you have that. Always good to protect yourself that way. So once we've copied our database backup files off, then what we're going to want to do is we should eject the USB from our computer. So we'll do that. I'll pull it out, and then once let me just throw it back in my device, and then I'll be back. All right, now that I've got it back in my AutoFlex, I can safely hit OK here, and it will remount that USB. Basically, it will just redetect it. Just one thing before I hit that, you may notice in the background here, I got the USB with the question mark up at the top. That symbol appears when your AutoFlex says your USB is missing. It can't find it. So that makes sense because right now we ejected the USB. We said it's missing. So once I hit OK, that's going to disappear once it redetects it. But if your unit is just running and you see this icon, then you need to look into if your USB, your Phason USB, if it is in the control, and if it is, you should try ejecting it, and it'll probably say, hey, your USB is already missing. Do you want to try mounting it, finding it again? Say yes, and if it doesn't find it, then that means that your USB is damaged, and you'll need to do some repair on that, or possibly replace it. And I'll just hit OK here. Failed. Let's retry. All right, and there it has detected our USB, and we are good to go. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one.